Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Adibah binti Ismail, and today I would like to present for Progress 2 about property market analysis, demographic and economic analysis. I will start my presentation with economy in Perak. According to the Perak Socio-Economic Report 2019, Perak recorded its economic performance moderate with an increase of 4% compared to 5.3% in 2018. Services sector contributed by wholesale and retail trade and utilities activities grew 4.5% compared to 6.6% in 2018. By referring on the government revenue time series Perak 2015-2018, Perak record value add up to 75.9 billion compared to 73 billion in 2018. The services sector grew by 4.5% while the manufacturing sector recorded 3.5% growth, followed by the agriculture sector which grew 2.9%. Construction sector and mining and quarrying respectively increased to 6.4% and 5.0% respectively. The revenue of the Perak state government is contributed by five resources major with the highest contribution through the land tax record a turnover of 298.3 million, followed by the revenue from the sale of goods amounting of 243.1 million. Three more sources of revenue that contribute to government revenue. The state of Perak is a receipt from a government agency, royalties, and profit of financing and procurement investments. In terms of GDP per capita, six states record GDP per capita above the national level, which is 46,450. The state is Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, Labuan, Pulau Pinang, Selangor, Sarawak and Melaka. Perak is in level 10 compared to the others country. In 2018, it is 30,289 compared to 2019 which is 31,668. In general, the value of GDP per capita is influenced by production performance and price factor. The year 2019 has witnessed depreciation of the country's major commodities, especially palm oil, crude oil, and natural gas. Demographic. And net population in Perak. The number and rate of annual population growth. Perak population increased from 2.5 million in 2018 to 2.51 million in 2019 at a growth rate annual population 0.2%. Population composition citizen in 2019 is 96.1% of the entire population of Perak, while in 2018 the population composition is 95.9%. For non-citizen, in 2019 is 3.9% and in 2018 is 4.1%. Population by age structure in Perak. Three age structure of the population is categorized into three groups: main age, which are young age, working age, and old age. Percentage of working age and old age population in Perak record an increase from 2015 to 2019. On 2019, the percentage of young people decreased to 21.1%. While the percentage of the population of the age group work and old age record an increase is to 68.3% and 10.6% in 2018. Household income. Income inequality. The value of the Gini coefficient increased to 0.37 in 2019 from 0.36 in 2016. This indicates household income distribution imbalance in Perak getting wider. Distribution of household income. The division of household by income group shows T20 household in Perak in 2019 received intermediate income, followed by M40 household, which is 5,041, and B14 household, which is 2,614. The average value of PGK Perak is 2,077 per month, while the average household size of 3.5 people. The absolute poverty incidence in Perak improved from 8.26% in 2016 to 7.3%. During that period, similarly, the incidence of absolute poverty in rural areas recorded a decrease to 10.6%, while at the city recorded an increase of 6.46% to 6.5% in 2019. The categories of service and state workers dominate the population working in Perak with a percentage contribution 27.1% in 2019. This is followed by the operator category, machinery and plant and installer, and skills worker and category carpentry related to the percentage of contribution. Meanwhile, the category of worker skill that includes the categories of managers, professional and technicians and associate professional comprise 23% of all employees in Perak. The labour force participation rate in Perak increased by 0.3 percent from 63.6% in 2018. Meanwhile, the rate unemployment rate in Perak increased to 3.4% on 2019. There were 17,000 properties were transacted in 2019 worth 4.04 billion recorded in the review period. The residential subsector recorded 9,000 transactions worth 1.98 billion, decreased 4.5% in volume but increased by a mere 0.9% in value. The commercial subsector witnessed a better performance, which is the transaction worth 529 million, indicating an increase of 50% in volume and 8.3% in value respectively. In 2018 to 2019, the residential price range below 50,000 recorded the highest percentage, and the change meanwhile for the commercial price range between 100 to 150,000 record the highest percentage change. In 2018, the transaction of commercial properties in Larut Matang is 6 property, which is for Freewa Shop. The residential existing supply for landed property in Larut Matang is 51,713, with the percentage of share is 97%. For the high rise, it is record 1,402 existing stock and the percentage of share is only 3%. Single-story terrace registered a higher number of transactions in Perak that representing 25% out of total transactions. Vacant plot is quite number of transactions, that is 2,000 units representing 23%. The residential transaction mostly occur in Kinta district, which is 4,000 units that have been transacted in 2019, followed by Manjung and Larut Matang, which is Larut Matang 940 units of transaction. Kinta is the highest future supply, and the Larut Matang, the total future supply is 1,669 with the 1,313 in landed property and 356 high-rise buildings. Proposed development. Strategic Development Plan in Perak for 2040. A total of 10 key development zones have been identified in Perak, namely the Royal Belum Biodiversity Zone, Baling Pengkalan Hulu Betong Border Zone, Greater Ipoh Taiping Pamko Grove Corridor, Slim River Sungkai Biodiversity Zone, Tanjung Malay Automotive Hub, Transfian Development Zone, South Perak National Food Security Zone, Laruk Matang Biodiversity Zone, Lenggong UNESCO World Heritage Site, and Tapah Education City. And for the last one is Laruk Matang Biodiversity Zone, which is focused on ecotourism, mangrove conservation, aquaculture and fisheries. In Laruk Matang, its cooperation to preserve the quality of water resources and the environment along the Kerian River basin. This is supported by the 2040 Future Development Plan in Perak. For the transportation system, the proposed road upgrade in Hulu Perak, Laruk Matang and Selama to improve connectivity and mobility of the population and have positive impact on economic development potential for Perak in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.